Good evening, good evening, good evening, and good evening. It is game time in the US of A. The big breaking news this evening is Kasper Schmeichel has touched down in DC, Washington, and he is on the way to meet the Celtic team and the players at the ground this evening. Absolutely fantastic news if you are a Celtic fan. Schmeichel has landed. The Eagle has landed, as they say. Let's just do one check first. Yep, Celtic put out a tweet only minutes ago at Kasper Schmeichel, the boys of the summer, hashtag the boys of the summer, hashtag stateside Celts. 20 minutes ago, they said, here he is, and he's perfect. Kasper Schmeichel in a car, in a motor, heading to the game to meet the players and the team. Well, he won't meet the players and the team before, if that's him just heading to the ground just now. It won't meet them before they go on the pitch, but he will be paraded probably at half time this evening, which will be fantastic. Hopefully, he is in front of the Celtic fans, but he is on the way to the ground. That's absolutely brilliant news. He is in the States. I wonder if he will be between the sticks as our number one goalkeeper for the game against Manchester United in just a few days' time. Anyway, let's jump into the comment section because this is what this channel is all about. It's about every single one of you that subscribe to the channel ultimately, because you can only comment on the videos if you're subscribed to the channel. As soon as the Celtic team is announced, it'll be announced in roughly about 14 minutes. The team will be announced in around about 14 minutes, so we'll have to fill the time till then. But the good news is the one and only Schmeichel has landed in the good old US of A. Fantastic news. Let's jump into the comments. Paul McCuman's first up. Good night and good morning. It is good morning now. It's good morning for me anyway. It's 17 minutes past midnight. So yeah, good morning to everyone. It's going to be a good night and morning. Hail, hail to all the boys and girls all around the world, says Eamon. Robert says, why are Celtic supporters? Hello to everyone who's playing. Won't be watching, but you'll be listening. He'll be sitting listening in the treehouse in Dublin. Gemma says, hail, hail. Dan Max in the house. Paul Baird's in the house. San Fran Celtic's in the house. Carly is still awake. She's made it. She is still awake. She is still awake this evening. Davey is in the house. Hail, hail, Baz. Not in the North Berwick. Today he's in Australia. He's in Australia. Jeez, that's some win. Carly is hoping for a win this evening. KT Roslin, evening all, evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Michelle, come on you boys in green, let's do it boys. Wemo says, hail, hail guys. Jason Scott, looking forward to this season ahead, champions again. And the next comment is, we play with Man United, don't you mean City? Yeah, it's Man City, isn't it? I've got Man United on the brain just now. It's because I've just been watching Man United headlines. It's Man City. Yes, it is Man City. We play Man City, not Man United. Rangers have just been beaten by Manchester United. Yes, Rangers have just been beaten by Manchester United today 2-0 by a couple of youngsters. Man United didn't even put out their full team. They put out youngsters and still managed to beat Rangers 2-0. That's probably why I've got Man United on my head and my thoughts, because I just watched some Man United news about them beating the Sevco. Right, San Fran Celtic says, I like to see that shoe on the other foot. And the home-based fans at Mad O'Clock. Yep, all the home-based fans up at Mad O'Clock. The Huns are in meltdown. Carly, I've not even looked at the media regards them. I think it'll be quite funny to see them in meltdown. The Rangers are shite, says, yep. Liam Hunter says, lol. Yeah, and just get that news out there. So the big news, the team is out. It's out early. Bain, Donovan, Welsh, Scales, Anderson, Tomoki Awata. Matt O'Reilly is captain. Rio Hatate, Kun, Palma, and Kyogo. Sinisalo makes the bench, and I'll get this team up as soon as. Just give me around about 30 seconds. It will take me just to do this, and then this. And we'll get the team up on the screen for you all. And at that there. There. I'll do it. Save. See, this is why some of the big U channels have lots of people working for them. But it's just me. It's just me, myself, and I. Dun, 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 dun. dum, dum, dum. Right, and then I click here, and around about 10 seconds, image, click on that. In about 10 seconds, we should have the team on the screen. And there's a team on the screen now. Bain, Donovan, Welsh, Scales, Tomoki Wasa, Matt O'Reilly, Rio Hitati, Kun, Palma, and Kyogo. Also on the bench for for Celtic tonight is Sinisalo, young Toby, young Josh Clark, Taylor, Lagabelke, Yang, Ohm, Kobayashi, Kwon, Lowell, McGregor, Murray, Forrest, Didi, Ralston, Turnley, and Mikey Johnson all makes the bench this evening. So that is your team that faces DC Washington tonight. DC United in Washington tonight. It is Bain, Donovan, Welsh, Scales, Anderson, Tomoki Iwata. O'Reilly is captain. That says a lot about Matt O'Reilly being made captain during this pre-season. Does it mean that the manager is putting a lot of faith in Matt O'Reilly, and he's saying to Matt O'Reilly, look, I don't want you to go. I'm making you captain for this evening. You're a potential captain for the team when Callum McGregor is not out. Will he be the assistant captain for this coming season? Will Matt O'Reilly be given that honour as a ways and means of to try and keep him at Celtic? The fact that Matt O'Reilly has been given the armband tonight, whereas Maeda, he is not even on the bench. Dyson Maeda is not even on the bench. I wouldn't worry about too much about that because the manager knows what he can get from a lot of the players. And the fact that Dyson's not even on the bench, I wouldn't look into it too much. He's probably keeping him for the likes of Man City and Chelsea game. Sinisalo's on the bench. Bain's in goals again. I would expect them to change either at half-time or before half-time. Young Donovan's on the bench. Welsh, Scales, Anderson. It's quite a young back line. Tomoki Iwata, that holding midfield role. Captain Matt O'Reilly, Hitati, Kun and Palma. It's quite an attacking forward line, as we would expect, and Kyogo's running the line. For me, the big thing is, who comes on for Kyogo? Who comes on for Kyogo? Because we have no O. There is no other recognised striker. Don't tell me Mikey Johnson's going to come on for Kyogo up front, because that would just be absolutely devastating. An hour ahead of us. Yep, I am an hour ahead. It is 22 minutes past midnight here in Spain. Bain, that's as fuck, says Carly. My son was at the Man United game, said the Rangers fans started leaving at the second goal. Well, it's because they've got a long trip back, because it was in Edinburgh, I believe. I believe the game was in Edinburgh. Why the game was in Edinburgh, I have no idea. Danny Boy says, sorry Baz, can't get enthusiastic about 3 season bounce games. I'm off to my scratcher, says Danny Boy. That's alright, I don't think I'm going to stay up for it all either. I think I'm going to get it on catch up on Celtic TV. Is it Jason Donovan? I'm just waiting on Kylie maybe coming in as a cameo. If it is Jason Donovan that is on the team, it is what it is pre-season. Do you know, the manager is giving youngsters a chance. It's giving them the chance to shine, to see if any of them are going to stay in and around the first team. Let's be realistic about it. That's the only thing that's happening. The manager brings in these youth players during pre-season to see which one of them will make the cut and stay in and around the first team during the rest of the season, and which of them will be put out on loan. I think young Toby, the goalkeeper, I think if he can stay in and around the first team, it'll be good for him. Will he be put out on loan again, young Toby? Because he done not too bad last season out on loan, but he is looking to try and make the breakthrough. Has he been told by the manager, look, I'm going to put you out on loan again for another season, young Toby? We'll get you in games, we'll get you some game time, and we'll get you put on loan for another season to get your first team ready, knowing the fact that we have Sinisalo, who's going to be number 1 in a year's time, and then young Toby will come in and be number 2. So that gives us 2 young keepers in the way looking forward. But nice to see Big Lowell get some action. Yeah, it'll be good to see him in action tonight. Can he make his mark when he comes on? Because I'm sure there'll be every single player will get a chance tonight. He's not going to. I don't think there'll be many players that will be left on the bench come the end of the game. That's for sure. Be interesting to see how much game time Lagerbielke gets. Lagerbielke is probably, I mean, big Mark Rocky, he must still be injured. I mean, did he even travel to America? Did Rocky even travel to America? Maybe that's why we haven't sold Lagerbielke as yet. Maybe Lagerbielke will be sold if we get someone else in. But as it stands just now, we can't sell Lagerbielke because we've not got that much cover. I mean, there's not a chance. I mean, you can understand why Cameron Carter-Vickers isn't starting tonight. It is the first game back. He is just back from games in the USA. He's been away with the national squad. Although he is back in training, it's too early for him to come into this game this evening. I think those two, Hatate and Cameron Carter-Vickers will be kept for the games against the English Premier League clubs. I'm not sure exactly when our Canadian player is back that's just got engaged, but I'm sure he'll be given another week or so off. He might come back for the Chelsea game. He might be back in line for the Chelsea game. And let's face it, he'll need to get some game time before the season starts. So, what a team. What do you think? No James McCarthy tonight. No James McCarthy. He is an enigma, James McCarthy. He is not in that team there. He's not in it anywhere near that team. Thank goodness that James McCarthy's nowhere near it. We are at 17,671 subscribers. If you're watching this after the live event, make sure to subscribe to the channel because I am trying to hit 18,000 subscribers before the start of the season. And that's not too far away. It's only a couple of weeks. So can we do it? More than likely not, but we can only but try. But the aim is to have 18,000 subscribers on the Celtic channel before the end of August. Anyway, what he's drinking. Oh dear. Oh, I'm just watching. Bitter Ray. Is he Celtic? Is he the Sevco assistant manager now? Jeez. They really are scraping the bottom of the barrel with that lot, aren't they? Anyway, let's jump back into the comment section and see what are your predictions for this tonight. No James McCarthy tonight. Liam, Little Miss Honour Bags says you're right. I'm not sure what Little Miss Honour says. Where's Dyson Maida? He will be kept for, yeah, and that's what you're saying. He will be kept for the EPL games. Scarlet Pimpernel. Maddie Bonnie says, 1788, give Mikey Johnson 30 minutes and he will take Trump out with a stray cross. Let's just hope Trump's not in the capital of the United States of America this evening, just in case a bad cross. Nah, because Mikey Johnson had a good end to the season, so hopefully, I mean, will Mikey Johnson get some game time? Is Mikey Johnson along for the ride? The manager rates Mikey Johnson. It'll be interesting to see if young Turley gets some game time. Obviously, Forrest, we know what Forrest can do. Young Dane Murray, hopefully he'll get a run out at the back. And then you've got Kobayashi. I mean, you've got a lot of players there that'll more than likely come on in the second half. It'll be good to see Sinisalo in action. We've seen what young Toby can do. We see what young Josh Clark can do. They are prospects for the future. They are ones at the club. And you've got to remember these guys along. Where is young Adam Montgomery? Young Adam Montgomery hasn't made the game either. So there's obviously a certain amount of players that could have made this game tonight. And the manager's basically using the players to try and just to see what they're like against this team. Maybe young Adam Montgomery will be put out on loan again. Maybe he'll be put on loan again. You've got to remember that Montgomery does have a contract with Celtic until 2027. So there's no rush to get him in this season. So hopefully we can try and see what he is. What comes first? 18,000 subscribers or Adam Ida signing? I'd probably say the 18,000 subscribers. Because hopefully we'll get 18,000 subscribers before the end of the transfer window. And yeah, that's a good one. What comes first, 18,000 subscribers or Adam Ida? You tell me. Did Mitchell Frame make the tour? Yes, he did make the tour. I think. I'm sure he did, but he doesn't seem to be there. There's a lot of younger guys not there tonight. Maybe the manager is saying that he's looking at players that have the potential. He's looking at players that have the potential to make first team. He's looked at the younger guys in the squad and in training. Lawwell, He's got the chance to make first team. Dane Murray, he's definitely got a chance to make first team this season. Young Turley, he's got a chance to make first team. Didi, he's a good player. He's got a chance to make. And I've said Turley, haven't I? So yeah, he's got the players on the bench that I think may or may not be in and around the first team. And I think that's what we're getting at this stage of pre-season. He will know the players that he's thinking, no, you're not quite ready for first team. I can see you in action. You maybe need to go out on loan again. And this is the thing is, this is the perfect time that Brendan Rodgers will sit down with these players when they're far away from their families, they're far away from outside interference, and he can sit and talk to the players one-on-one about their football future, which is absolutely fantastic. And that's why a lot of clubs do these tours and they take the youngsters away so that the agents aren't there, fucking about with their brains and saying, we can get you a move. Fuck Celtic, we can get you a move and we'll get you $5,000 a week. We'll get you $6,000 a week. Some team down in England. I think that Brendan Rodgers knows if he can get these young players away and get right into the mindset of these younger players, it's absolutely perfect to then say to them, look, we're going to take you, this is your pathway, and this is your pathway into getting into the first team. I'm going to put you out on loan at a team for a year to get your first team experience, to build up your physique, to get your game time up, and then you'll come back to us, and by that time you should be ready to hit first team football at Celtic. This is what Brendan Rodgers has been talking about when he's talking about football education. He spoke about it towards the end of last season. He said, look, we've got young players at the team. He was mentioning Rocco Vata at the time. He said they don't believe in a football education. They believe that they should be walking straight into the first team. It doesn't happen like that. You've got an apprentice in football. You've got an apprenticeship at football. Unless you're really, really good quality, like what Kieran Tierney was when he came through, unless if you're that really high quality, it's the only way you're going to walk into the first team. If not, you're going to go down the same route as what Callum McGregor did as a youth player. You're going to go out on loan and then you're going to come back and then hopefully make a big impact for Celtic. The wife in bed I'm drinking says CFC 1888. Pat says bad from US Irish fans, can't buy one-off fee for the game. I'm not so sure about that one. It is 9:30 a.m. kickoff here in Australia. Sunday morning up with the lark. Perfect time for you, mate. It is a perfect time for you. Time is it with me? It's 32 minutes past midnight here in Spain. What time's the kickoff? The kickoff is in 58 minutes. 58 minutes to kick off. It is 11:30 Celtic Park time, 12:30 Celtic Park time, 1:30. I don't even know what time it is anymore. 1:30 European time, and whatever time around the world. James Kennedy says it's just an expensive friendly game tonight. Baz, is it an expensive friendly game, or is it? These tours are always about building the fan base, and that's what it is, and it's about giving back to the fan base also. You've got to remember that. Even I say on this channel, we have Celtic fans all around the world, and these tours give back to those fans around the world. These tours give back to the fans that can't just fly over to Celtic Park. They get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to watch Celtic. They get up at, 2:30 in the morning to watch Celtic, whatever time it is with them. Baza, she's a hun. Who's a hun? Your missus. Oh, Jesus. Fuck. You don't do that. How have you been together for so long? Fuck me. Oh my God, you poor fella. You absolutely poor fella. God, forgive me for his sinned. Anyway, let's jump back into the comments. The money in these tours, yes, it is about money in these tours, but it is also about giving back to fans in foreign lands that don't get to see their favourite fans. Celtic have done a lot. They've got Roy Aitken over there. They have done a lot with charity in DC. They visited a homeless charity that now sets up property and other things. So they have done a lot of charity work also. And this is what Celtic is all about. It's about growing these connections around the globe. And ultimately, it's been around about 12 years since Celtic were last in the United States of America. So it's only a good thing that they can go back and reward the fans from around the world, and especially this tour, the USA, that don't get to see their favourite players. You've got to remember that a lot of these people once stayed in Scotland and grew up Celtic supporters. You know, a lot of these people that are in America, they'd probably, you know, they moved away for whatever reason, or they've stayed in America, and their fathers and their mothers were Celtic fans, and then they're Celtic fans, and they've never had a chance to go and see Celtic. Could you imagine that? Never having the chance to have stepped inside Celtic Park, never had the chance to sit and watch a game with Harold Bratback scoring that goal to stop the 10 in a row, to never have seen Celtic Park going absolutely ballistic when we beat Barcelona, to see tifos inside Celtic Park, to hear the Green Brigade drum, whether you like it or not. There's lots of feelings and emotions that a lot of fans around the world will never feel, that a lot of people that go to games do feel, and it's only fair that Celtic do tours like this, and I think it's a great thing. So to let them feel a little bit of that, and another thing, hats off to a lot of the guys. There's a few guys on my Facebook that have made the journey. Yes, they've made the trip over to Washington, and they follow Celtic through and through, and they are in the stadium this evening. And then Paul the Tim's always is there; he's there also. I need to jump onto Facebook now and see if he's replied to me. But yeah, there's a few folk, a couple of guys for the Bells Hill bus. I'll not mention names, but I'll mention the buses. Just jump back onto this notifications. Danny Glasswell. But anyway, yeah, there is a few guys that I know that are in the United States, and fair play to them for making the journey over there. Married in Kiss Me America. Married in America. There you go. There you go. Fair play to you. Drinks, drinks her gin. All right, Baz, hail from darkened Cardenden. Well, it's pitch black, and I was going to say freezing, but it's still boiling hot. It is still 26 degrees here. Yes, it's still 26 degrees. Unbelievable. Right, give me your score predictions before we finish this video up. We've been on the go for 25 minutes. I am going to go, can Celtic beat? Baz, can you wish my best mate all the best? He's got cancer and always watches your channel. Martin, what's his name? Tell me his name in the comments, and we'll give him a big shout out. But I've a lot of respect for anybody that's going through cancer. I've lost a lot of family members myself to cancer over the years, and I know how a difficult time it can be and how quick it can also take effect. James Kennedy, Lanky's going for 2-0 each. Celt 88 says, Paul, the Fuds, the club himself. Yes, he is, though. Paul is the club himself. Notice they've got his picture with Brendan. San Francisco is going 6-2, Kyogo hat-trick. Ulsterboy is going 3-0 Celtic. I'm just waiting on a comment coming through. Hail from Cumbernauld. And Maddie Bonney is saying 3-2 to Celtic. Paul Baird is going 5-2. Martin says Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson, I hope that you are feeling as well as you can be, and I'm thinking of you in this moment. And thank you for watching the channel. And I know it's a hard thing that you're going through, and I can only just there's no words can explain it. You know, there's nothing that I'm going to say that's going to make you feel better. But I know what you're going through, mate. Yep. So that's it for Callum Wilson, and I think everyone should wish Callum Wilson all the best in the comments also. Right, Joseph says, Baz, it is morning or night, lol, confused, and mine for 2-1 for Celtic, and it is morning for me because it is 39 minutes past 12. It'll be 39 minutes past 11 when you're in the UK. Carly's going for 3-0 Celtic. Kevin Rogers is going for 4-3 Celtic. CFC 1888 is going for 2-0. Zest is going for 4-1. Ian Grimm is going for 2-0 Celtic. Lanky says, I'm only 10-15 minutes from paradise. Paul Emery's going for 3-3. Kevin Dunn says 4-0 the Hoops. Mark saying 2-0 the Hoops. Baz. Liam Hunter says build castles. Build castles in the sky. Dean Shields has got one eye. You remember that song? Oh, Jesus. It made me think that's like build castles in the sky, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, it was Bill Hilbush. Bill Hilbush used to sing that as well. Oh dear, right, we move on. All the best, Callum. A lot of people saying all the best, Callum, which is rightly so. And it's good to get the Celtic family behind one of our own that is struggling. That is struggling. Michelle Shaw says 2-0 Celtic, and all the best, Callum. And Charlie says 3-1 the Hoops, and over the moon because there's been over 1,100. There's been 1,204 people on this live. Come on, Celtic, win and drive the Huns berserk. Watch along for the game. Not a chance. Not a chance because it doesn't start at 1:30 in the morning, and the missus will be sleeping and trying to get me to try and stay a little bit quiet when Celtic are watching. Doing a watch along. Nah, not this time. I'll do one for the game that starts at 10 o'clock at night, and that is the Chelsea game, I believe. What are you drinking, Baz? Bacardi and Diet Coke, and it's finished. It is finished. A bit like this video. Anyway, right, my prediction for tonight. I would start at Sinisalo. Bain has been rotten. I think Sinisalo will come on early the first half, if not the full second half. It'll be interesting because you want to see the young keepers getting their chance also, and I think the manager will know that. And it'll be interesting to see if they all get sort of half a half each. Is it OVD? No, it's no OVD rum. No, it's Bacardi. 51 Celtic is Sean for Scotland. 5-1 to Celtic. God bless Callum, says Pork Chops. Liam is laughing at something. Sam from Celtic. This is going to be the best banter season since 2012. I think so. Dermot says, well done Celtic for staying in the USA. To the fans there. Also on a personal note, all the best wish to Cork and all Ireland hurling on Sunday. There you go. Carly says, don't know if you're still alive, Baz, in that heat. Carly, it's absolutely boiling here. I mean, it's still 26 degrees at nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. We've got the aircon on all around the house. Anyway, right. Been absolutely loving the fact that there's been so many people on this live. There's been over 1,308 people on the live so far. But I'm going to have to love you and leave you. We're not playing Man United. We're not playing Man City. It's DC United. Yeah, is that? Right, let me just see. Oh, there's one other bit of news that was kicking around this evening. John McGinn. Actually, this is the Daily Record that's coming out with it, so I'm not exactly sure if there's any truth in it at all, but they're saying that John McGinn sold the Celtic transfer to Sinisalo. The Aston Villa keeper turns Parkhead secret agent. So I'm sure that might make it tomorrow. Carly says that she would be dead in this heat. Yep, it's still 26 degrees. We've got the aircon switched on at 18 to try and keep the house cool. We'll probably run the aircon all night in the bedroom. Lanky, enjoy the game, troops. Keep it green and white. Trust the process. Exactly, Lanky. That is probably the best comment of the evening. Trust the process that Brendan Rodgers is going through. Trust the process that is what is this pre-season. Remember when we started last season, we had Turnbull had pushed out the one and only Rio Hatate at that time because Turnbull was in better form. And remember that. Turnbull scored a couple of goals for us early part of the season, whilst Rio Hatate wasn't very good at all. To all the players that are there tonight, it's going to be a fantastic evening for them. For all the fans that are in DC Washington tonight, they are going to have an amazing time. They'll all be going into the stadium right now because we are 45 minutes from kickoff against DC United versus Celtic. My prediction is Celtic 2, DC United 2. I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning and go, well, that was wrong, wasn't it? Anyway, that's enough for me this evening. I will be back tomorrow morning with your Celtic news and coverage of the game. I'm going to have to try and get up early and try and get a rerun of the game from Celtic TV. Don't know how that's going to work. But I end up probably watching some of the highlights from Celtic TV. Anyway, going to be a treble this year? I think so. Carly has absolute faith in Brendan Rodgers. Celtic to 8. I wouldn't take a draw. Can't be losing to a soccer team. Kevin says Celtic TV is the only way you can watch it. Yes, it is. Cheers, says James. Sorted, says Stevie Boy. Queen's Park scored 4 against Celtic. Yes, it was that. It's only pre-season. Don't worry about it at all. Pre-season games generally don't mean too much. We have 17,678 subscribers. We are trying to hit 18,000 before the start of the season. What will come first? Adomida or 18,000 subscribers? Oh, I don't believe I'm saying that. Anyway, on that note, have an absolutely fantastic evening, morning, wherever you are, all around the world.